Yeah, there's just so many barriers within society that do still stop us from having the same experience as everybody else. And it's such a shame, because I think that, you know, the people that put the barriers in the way, or for example, when I was about to start secondary school, I was told you can't really go to mainstream school because we don't have a lift. And I was like, well, get a lift. And that's what I had to do at the age of 10, is fight my own council to get a lift installed in the school so that I could go with my peers to my next school. So it's these sort of physical barriers, but my education journey would have been completely different if I didn't go to mainstream school. I have friends that went to like different types of schools, and while they had like other things that were really great, like big communities of friends that are disabled and like rich experiences, they didn't have the same level of education. At least the friends that I'm speaking about admit that. So it would have changed my education journey, my friendship groups, my life journey. And I think that when people exclude disabled people, sometimes they don't think about the impact that it's actually having. Because, for example, you know, you're with a group of friends, you want to go to a concert and your friends want to go on the tube, but you can't get off at a certain tube station. So then you have to change everybody's journey, or you have to be separate from the group and do your own journey. And it's little things like that that can really affect experiences for people and how they also feel about those experiences. And I'm not saying it's all negative, because obviously I've learnt so much about myself from all of that, but it's definitely weird to look back and see how different I am now compared to how I was then. You know, even medical professionals and people that should have better awareness around disability. One of my friends actually posted online the other day that she went to the doctors. They asked her what her condition was, and she actually has the same condition as me. And they were like, oh, I'm sorry, that must be so hard. And I had the same interaction in A&E with a different doctor. She goes, tell me how hard that is for you. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, you know, your condition, tell me what, you know, what's difficult about it. And I was like, nothing really. I said, you know, I love my life. Like, and I really gave her the spiel, the disability spiel about being disabled and being proud of being disabled, because I thought, I just can't let this person that's in this position of authority have this perception of disability that's so incredibly wrong. And actually, when somebody says that to you, like, oh, it must be so hard, it really puts you in a negative space as well.